Adventurous Italian style. Well-intentioned Italian movie of interest to some extent for those of us here, because this group of three friends comes to Romania in the period near the end. Of the final collapse of the communist regime in Eastern Europe. Indeed, they prepared for the trip behind the curtain with things to trade, things to sell in the black market. They knew shortages, and indeed there was nothing you could find here except with a long queue. There were items that simply didn't exist. Unless, again, of course, one was a member of the nomenclature among the pigs of George Orwell. Because all animals are equal, but some animals are more equal than others in communism. Young people with extreme leftist communist ideas should take note of that. And indeed, there was a joke: who is not a communist when young has no heart, who is still a communist when old has no brains. And so they take with them panties, stockings, and they intend to sell them in Budapest, in Hungary. Hungary was a couple of decades ahead, was in the days of communism, almost like a free system when compared with this place. Georgia was the nuttiest of them all, on a level with Kim of North Korea. And some of the most vicious at times. Not that he was alone responsible. This also this thing they tend to put it all in his lap. There were a few thousand that kept monster in power. So when they reach Budapest, it's already changed. Berlin Wall has fallen. They don't have people interested in their wares. So because of that and some other calculations, they say, okay, let's go to Romania. Some fellow meets them, what was it, near the railway station. He hears them talking of Romania, and he gives them a suitcase for his family. Please, I have my family back. They're suspicious. They heard about secret policemen everywhere and things like that, which was sort of true. But they take the suitcase only to abandon it at one point, and then again chase the car as a car chase on desolate, grim, empty roads in Romania, and trying to get the suitcase back to bring it to the family in Bucharest. They insert into the movie images from those days, filmed in those days, and they make for sad viewing. Or amusing, I don't know, it depends on where you are and how you look at it. It's grim for those who had to live through that and to look back at those catastrophic years, decades. And indeed, as we see them driving, I was reminded of a friend I used to have. We're not friends anymore. In fact, we quarreled some months back because he seems to support doesn't care. The Red Plague that descends from the Communist Party, literally and metaphorically. Literally, that many of those guys are, well, not really the old apparatchiks, because many of them have died, some survive, but they've taken the ideas and they belong to the prodigy, the children that took the power, the money, riches from their parents. The old acolytes of Ceausescu. So I talked with this fellow, and there were times when there was nothing on. He had the right to, because he was born here, but he's a German Jew. So he had foreign plates, and foreign plates were a lot like the Italians. So I had similar experience. And at one point, Ceausescu would just ban all cars or have them drive on alternate days, those registered here. So when they had diesel. To end with, the film is not really good. It's silly and at times maybe grotesque. It's stupid jokes, really. For instance, they're told by the mustachioed fellow in Budapest with a suitcase, look, if you, there's problem with diesel, with gas, but so when you want fuel for the car, you signal with the lights of the passing truck, and he will sell it to you. And that's true. I mean, after 1989, I bought diesel from trucks, and I saw this morning, the 1st of January. This will be posted on the 2nd. At the gas station, the truck was parked. He had a car in front of him, maybe the family he saw, and he was taking a large canister with diesel to put it in the trunk. So it was stolen canister. I mean the fuel in it. So what they do, they forget. As they pass the truck, they're all empty, near empty. The fellow at the back, they're three. I noted their names, but it's irrelevant. The one, instead of showing something else, putting, as in, let's suck some diesel from you, but you see what I mean? And that's, they laugh after that. Driver would stop, he's scared, come in. And many seconds, many minutes they spend with this tension. What will he do? He will kick me because I insulted him. And he says, and for some moments again you think, well, what is he trying to say? He has to blow him for the diesel? I mean, really? This is stupid. But what he has to do, he has to suck the diesel from the tank of the truck and put it into the car. Indeed, there was times you got some. I know, because I had, as I said, I was doing this diesel transfer from trucks to car. The car I had in 1990, and you got some of the diesel, not to swallow, but still a bad taste. A very modest comedy, not to say a failed one.